Eugene P. Ramirez joins me from Pasadena, California. He's a founding partner of the law firm Manning & Cass, as well as a former police officer. Eugene, thank you for your time. We just heard the New York governor there state that the biggest concern about the mass shooting in Buffalo was that it could inspire other killers to the same degree. Do you think the shooting in LA could have been from someone who had a copycat instinct in them?
Well, it would not be the first time that would have happened. This tragedy in Buffalo has actually hit close to home for me. Ruth Whitfield, one of the victims that was killed yesterday in Buffalo, is the aunt of one of my law partners who's based in our New York office, and I found that out this morning. So this tragedy does impact everybody across this nation, and I'm sure investigators in Orange County now are going to be investigating to see whether this was a copycat, or was this pre-planned, or was it at random? We just don't know yet because it only happened about an hour and a half ago.
You say that this can happen. There was also a deadly shootout at a flea market in Houston today. Not a mass shooting, so to speak, but a shooting all the same. How common is it that these extreme acts of violence occur consecutively like this in the United States?
It's been known to happen, but I do know the statistics are from 2009 up until today now. There's been over 275 mass shootings during that period of time. Almost 1,000 people have been shot and wounded, and over 1,500 have been shot and killed. So obviously something needs to be done. It's upsetting to learn that the shooter in Buffalo had been referred to mental health evaluation, was released, and still was able to purchase guns legally. Obviously, the red flag laws need to be enforced. That should not have happened. This is now a consequence, so we need to find out what happened, who dropped the ball, and how was he allowed to purchase these guns.
In fact, I'd like to pick you up on that point. From what I believe, the Buffalo shooter threatened to shoot up his high school last year, and that's what gave that red flag in terms of his mental health state. What would be the normal process for a police department to go through with that kind of warning, given the fact that there is such a strong threat there already of a potential for a mass shooting? What would happen to try and avoid something like this?
Well, there obviously should have been follow-up, and we've seen this before, the shooting. We learned that the FBI failed to follow up and to further investigate the shooter in that case, and that resulted in, I think, a $130 million settlement within the last year to the victims. So law enforcement needs to do a better job of not only sending people for evaluation, but also doing a follow-up to find out, because there's always some history of planning, of warning signs that must be picked up either by the parents, by the schools, or if law enforcement has the investigation ongoing, to follow up more thoroughly.
And at least also by these stores that are selling the firearms in the first place. The fact that someone can walk in willy-nilly and get 3 firearms and go and shoot up at a supermarket says that all those links you're talking about doesn't go down to the core production house that is helping these mass murders happen.
The databases need to be upgraded, updated, and certainly continually updated with information regarding these individuals out there. I think the laws are in place. We just need to start enforcing them.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Eugene Ramirez there.